Welcome back to the Tales of Gears channel, guys. This is Retro Reanimation. It's basically where I review a retro game, and as always, I am your host, The Devil Inside. Today I'm going to go ahead and review Resident Evil 3. I was kind of torn between 3 and 4. I've beaten them both pretty recently. And I decided to go with the lesser known, the one that gets a little bit less love, and that's Resident Evil 3.
What are they? No! You want some more?
Resident Evil 3 was released on September 22nd, 1999 in Japan and November 10th, 1999 in the US for the PlayStation 1. At the time, Capcom spent a pretty exorbitant amount of money on advertising this game, about $20 million between it and Dino Crisis, and when you bought Resident Evil 3, if you bought one of the first 500,000 copies, you got a demo of Dino Crisis, which is another good survival horror game by Capcom. The UK PlayStation Magazine called it a modern classic. It did get a lot of love at the time, but kind of got lost in the shuffle as other Resident Evil games came out.
You don't hunt them, they hunt you. Dino Crisis, from the makers of Resident Evil.
PlayStation.
Let's go on to the protagonist here. You play as Jill Valentine. She's one of the mainstays in the series. She's appeared in 4 different games. The original Resident Evil, this one, number 5, and Revelations, which was an episodic release. It was kind of weird, but it was a good game. She's also appeared in 2 of the live-action films, which were crap, but you know what? The actress that played her did a really good job, so I got to give them that. Jill Valentine is stuck in Raccoon City right before the events of Resident Evil 2, and she's just trying to escape the city. She's a former STARS officer, as you find out if you ever played the original, and she's running from a giant monster, the antagonist Nemesis. Now, normally you would say it was Umbrella that was the antagonist, but not so much in this one. There's no scientist, there's no grand conspiracy. You're just running from a giant freakish monster that wants to kill STARS officers, and Jill Valentine is the last one. As far as the plot goes, I basically just broke it down for you. There's a couple other things. You will run into a band of mercenaries from Umbrella, which brings out a character that was used in the movies but only appeared in this game, and that's Carlos. There's a small section of the game where you will play as him, and you will run from Nemesis, and you will find a lot of weird giant insects for some reason. I don't know why, but they decided to go that route for him. The time you're going to need to invest to beat this game is roughly 6 hours. I mean, it has a lot of replay value. There's 8 unlockable costumes for Jill. You can unlock the Mercenaries mode, and if you are a guy like me that hates himself and likes to play on the hard mode, you can't play hard mode until you beat it on normal. This was released for a number of systems. It originally came out for the PS1, but it was later ported to the GameCube, the Dreamcast, and the PC, and also is available on the PlayStation Network. What you're going to end up paying for this game really depends on the system. If you want the PlayStation 1 copy, you're looking at between $17 and $25. Really depends on the condition of the disc, and sadly, if you're looking at 17, it's probably going to be scratched. For the Dreamcast, it's going to be a little bit higher end. The Dreamcast version was a little more polished because they had time to go back through and fix a few things. You're looking at $35 to $40. The GameCube, you're looking at between $20 and $25. I have no idea what this costs on PC until I started doing a little bit of research on the game. I had no idea it even came out for PC. But if you really don't want a physical copy of the game and you just want to experience it, the PlayStation Network, it's $5.99. So $6, you get to play a classic. I personally like physical media, as you can see, so I will drop a little bit of extra coin on it. You don't have to, but I do recommend that you play this game. If I were to give it a rating out of 10, I'd give it a 7. Not the greatest Resident Evil game I've ever played, but for the original 3, it was really good. I mean, it was certainly better than Survivor, and if you don't know what that game is, don't look into it. It ain't worth your time. In closing, I recommend you play this. It's not going to cost you a lot of money to do it. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If there are any video games you would like to see me review or play, retro or otherwise, please comment on the bottom. Remember, as I said in the other videos, you guys are in control. Until I get comments or ideas from you guys, it's what my tiny little pea brain can come up with. So have fun and game on. Welcome back to the Tales of Cheating Gears channel, guys. Give me 1 second. Let me You gave me a shit ton of information right now, and I gotta go through and write it all down. Put back. What you get? Sweet. You don't think they're still watching, are they?
Nah, I think they went home.
Yeah, sure they did.
They've subscribed and liked already.
Just in case they haven't, it's that little button right there. Over here. Hell, I don't know. I'm not looking at the screen.